Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome indeed. Welcome to the continuing saga that is building this GM21 ready to go sustainable lobster fishing from sunny Dunbar on the southeast of Scotland. If that's something you're interested in, guys, please stay tuned after the intro. Right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, thank you so much for joining us on another episode of One Man and His Boat. What's this episode about? It's about hatch covers. Yes, the other week we made hatch frames, and now we've got to make hatch covers. We basically have to get a watertight integrity on that deck, and the only way to do that is by making covers for these hatch frames. So ladies and gentlemen, I've got some news for you. The welder, he is a week to 2 weeks away from us. He's finally catching up a little bit and he's got us on the hit list. Yes, at long last. Sometimes you've just got to admit defeat and you've got to phone the professionals, and I've done exactly that. So yes, I know we've had to wait a little bit of time, but I'm hoping that this is going to be worth it in the end, because I mean, you've seen the high standard that Lindsay B has built to. We want to keep that high standard going, and if I do the job, it's not going to be quite that high standard. So next, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Baz, what's that cool hat on your head? Well, that's One Man and His Boat merchandise, guys, and you can't get it yet. You have to be one of the elites. But don't fret, we do have plans to do merchandise, but unfortunately I've got to get this lady to sea first to make the money to buy the merch to pass on to you guys. So it's all a vicious circle, I know. But we will get there, guys, we will get there. Time will tell. But I know how you can help though. How you can help this channel is by subscribing. Yes, I know I keep harping on about it week in, week out. However, it is so important in YouTube land, guys. Without subscriptions, I can't get to where we need to be. Right, enough of me slavering on about all the usual stuff. Let's get on and get these hatches sorted out. Right, guys, time for the big reveal. That's them dry fitted where they're supposed to be going. Obviously, we've got to get these two sealed up correctly. Right, guys, as you can see, we have the framework of the boat. Now, I'm going to go into a quick explanation about what section does what on the frames, and then we're going to talk about the actual covers themselves. Now, as you can see, we have a lovely, nice big deep channel here, all the way around the framework. Now, that's obviously to catch the water that comes onto the deck, and this section over here will be for a drain. Now, the drains are all connected up, and they go over the side of the boat. Now this section here, this is for the diesel cap. Now I've had to make that a segregated part of the framework, because if I spill any diesel I get to clean it up all nicely, but if I made it as one, then there's a chance that the diesel can go over the side of the boat, and we do not want that. We do not want diesel mixing with the seawater. And obviously the second frame is exactly the same. Nice big deep channel, and then the drainage hole. Now what we've got to do is cover these up. Now we need to make a nice deep lip. So guys, when I first had the idea about these small hatches, I did think about putting them on two hinges the same as the big engine hatch. However, that will not give us the watertight integrity that we need for this vessel. So how it's going to work, guys, is we're going to put a lovely rubber seal over here. And then we're going to, once we've made the cover with nice deep sides, is we're going to put them into that position, and then when you turn the handle, it'll look onto the bottom of the frame. And then if we do that over the cover, it should give us the equal pressure that it needs to make everything watertight. Now the plan is not to make it too tight, because if it's too tight it'll not seal correctly. We've got to get a happy medium. Right guys, unfortunately the only material that I have left is 2mm stainless steel to make the covers from. I couldn't quite get my hands on anything thicker that was 316, so we're just going to have to make do. But what we can do is strengthen underneath them, because obviously fishermen will be walking over this, the creels will be going on this, the bait will be going over the top of this, so we need to make these covers as strong as possible. Right guys, before we carry on and actually cueing the music and getting on with this project, I just want to say you can buy these at ASAP, Supplies Limited. They're cheapest chips, easy to use. I mean, if I can use these guys, you can do this at home, no bother at all. All you have to do is wind the lug up to where you need it to. Obviously you've got the spring there, push it up to the space you need it at, washer on the back, locking nut on the back of that, and it'll do exactly what it says on the tin. Open and close, open and close. So, there we have it. Right, let's go on with this, shall we? Right guys, after doing my measurements, I've come to the conclusion that I don't want to waste any more material than I already have, especially after my last time's boo-boo. And for those of you that don't follow the vlogs, I basically made a whole bunch of these. Well, I made the metal for the whole bunch of these, done the first one, and then I found out it wouldn't do. And believe it or not, that was meant to be, this was meant to be that, but it just wasn't working out. It was just reducing the hole far too quickly. So I've got a whole bunch of metal left over. And the original plan was to measure up, cut, bend, make it all nicey, get the welder to weld it up. But unfortunately I've not got the material to do that. So what I'm going to do is work with what I have, and I'm just going to cut each section into what it needs to be, and then the welder can weld everything up once again. Obviously it's going to be TIG welding. I can't do TIG welding, so this might be a short vlog guys. Don't worry, I'll find something else to film. Don't worry, I'll keep you entertained, that's for sure. Right guys, I can't believe how lucky I'm being now. Depth of that, 45mm. Right. I've got spares left over for the strapping. Guess what the strapping is? 40mm. Hey, couldn't write it, honestly. The boat's building itself near enough.
Shouldn't 就不在意，怎么就要放弃？这一次我可以交给你。Hey you， 听见我的声音，看着我的眼睛，我以为我是你的唯一，怎么就不在意？怎么就要放弃？这一次我可以交给你。Hey you， 听见我的声音，看着我的眼睛。
So guys, as you can see, that's as much as I can do at the present. Now, unfortunately, I've got some bad news for some of you and some of you not so much, because I'm actually going to take a little break from YouTube for a couple of weeks. Yes, we're at the stage now that basically we have nothing to do. We're waiting on the welder, who's another 2 weeks away, and I'm just doing silly wee jobs, so there's no much point in documenting. So what I'm going to do is take a couple of weeks off, get myself rested and get my head back in the game, because I have been bored the last 2 weeks. I mean, for goodness sake, you got a how to do. That's how bored I am. So guys, I'm going to call it quits for YouTube for 2, maybe 3 weeks. If you follow us on social media platforms, you'll get more of an update there. And if you're not already on there, why are you not on there? The same as why have you not subscribed? Oh my goodness. No, in fact, I'm not going to harp on about that. You're probably bored to tears with it. Right guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, write a comment below. Subscribe to the channel, and once you've subscribed, tell that notification bell, and YouTube will make you feel very special indeed. Right, until your next vlog from who knows when, all the very best my friends.